Hi Taurus, thanks for watching. This is a spiritual horoscope, so please take what resonates and release the rest. We'll start off with some runes and then we'll clarify with some cards. So let's jump in. What does Taurus need to know at this time? What's your current energy? So for your current energy, you've got Nauthies. And this represents constraint. So in this case, I want to say that you're waiting for something, and that's where the constraint comes in, that you're being patient, you're wanting something to come in and it's just not coming in quite yet. It's not the time for it, but that's where that constraint is coming in. So let's clarify this. You've got Langoose. So Langoose represents going with the flow. So what I'm going to say here, as you're waiting for this thing, this opportunity to come in, you have to go with the flow instead of forcing the situation or wanting it so bad that you get disappointed every day that it doesn't come. So this is what the universe is telling you. Go with the flow. Just appreciate the little moments, have fun with it, and then the energy starts changing because you're not so focused on waiting for this to come in. So for your influences, you've got Dagas, and Dagas represents a breakthrough. So in this case, this energy, this constraint will be clearing up. You just need to, like the universe says, go with the flow, and then this energy will come in. And you've got Fehu. So really, like, this is just a temporary blockage because you've got the breakthrough, and Fehu represents abundance. So it can be not necessarily abundance from like a financial perspective. It can be love, it can be happiness. This can mean so many different things. But all to say that this rune, Nauthies, this constraint, is only a passing, like a momentary blockage, because you've got all this good stuff coming in here. So let's take a look at the future. Oh, there's actually two that came out. So let's take a look here. So you have the blank slate and you've got Yira. So what this represents in this case, so Yira represents, think of it as karma. So all that positive energy that you put out, the universe will give back to you tenfold. So this is what this is showing. All this going with the flow, this temporary blockage here, this breakthrough, once this comes out, like this blockage leaves, you've got the breakthrough, you've got the abundance, and then it's almost as if there's a new opportunity. You get to try new things because you've got the blank slate, and this is where you can evaluate what you really want to do. And I feel there's new opportunities come in because of this change in energy here, and you'll be meeting up with the right people, and everything just starts, the word that just came is jive, that everything starts flowing, everything starts connecting, and there's so much happiness in this phase. And this is temporary, but if you go with the flow, like this is in the position of the past, but that's not how I want to take it. That's not the energy that's coming in. This is showing this can pass faster if you learn to go with the flow. And I know it's hard sometimes, especially when you're a planner and you want to be on top of things, but in this case, the universe is just saying, relax a bit. Things will fall into place when it's time. It's just you need to be patient with the timing of the universe, because there's no mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. So let's clarify here. What can we clarify for Taurus? And look, you've got Dagas again. So this breakthrough, this change of energy is coming, and I feel it's pretty close, but you just really need to be patient at this time. What else can we clarify? And you have Birkenau. So Birkenau represents growth. So from this change of energy with this abundance coming in, I feel like you'll be learning about yourself, what you really want to do, because you have this blank slate here, right? So this learning, I feel, is more of like almost like a self-reflection, and you're reevaluating what you want to do, because there's new opportunities coming in, and you get to take a look at, okay, what I'm doing now, is this truly what makes my soul happy? If not, there's these new opportunities that come in, but I feel there's homework that needs to be done, and a lot of self-reflection to decide what your soul really wants to do. Let's clarify. What does Taurus need to know? And you've got algaes. So the way I like to explain algaes is whenever there's a decision that needs to be made, to have the confidence that you're making the right decision. So this is where, with these new opportunities that are coming in, with this blank slate, that you get to decide what you really want to do, to have the courage and to have the confidence that you're making the right decision, and don't second guess yourself. And you've got ingus, and ingus represents fertility, but in this case, the way I want to explain it, all these new hobbies, these new opportunities, like all this new stuff that's coming in here, if you put your time into it, if you do the homework, then everything comes in and you'll have a lot of fun with it. So let's go to some cards now. What can we clarify for Taurus? Exchanging gifts. So we talked about the energy and karma, what you give back to the universe in terms of the energy for the people around you. If all of that is positive, it all comes back to you. And that's where the exchanging gifts is happening with this karma and these new opportunities that are coming in, because I feel you're connecting with some people here. So there's two cards here. So you've got Imagine and Loyal Heart. So the Imagine, we talked about like the self-reflection that needs to happen here with Birkenau, and to really envision what you want to do to figure out and determine what you really want to do. And that's where the Imagine comes in, that you get this blank slate here and you get to decide how you want to have it happen and what you want to do with it. And we talked about earlier having things falling into place when it's the right time, and you still need to be patient in this state. And look, there's the moon here, and the moon has cycles, and so that's where like you can't force it, because everything will fall into place when it's the right time. So that's where it's coming in. This blockage, this constraint is leaving, but if you're patient with it, if you do some self-reflection now, what do I want to do if all this abundance comes in? Start doing that now and get that energy moving. And the Loyal Hearts, like we talked about here, that there's new connections coming in, you're meeting people, and everything, like mentioned, jiving, and that's where it will all flow here. But with the Loyal Heart, what I'll say is try to look deeper into the relationships and figure out someone's intentions, because you want someone with a loyal heart. You want someone that has pure intentions, and that's where you'll have to just not necessarily be on your guard, but just be careful is what I'll say. I'll just leave it at that. Just be careful. Actually, let's go to these cards. What can we clarify for Taurus? You've got breath. So this is where it's almost like once this abundance comes in, because you've been waiting for it so long, you get that sigh of relief. But with that change that's coming, there brings on a new set of, I don't want to say obstacles, but in terms of, if you really get to choose what you want to do, that is, for some people, that lack of direction may be unsettling. So that's where you get to breathe that sigh of relief, but then start planning now. I know we talked about going with the flow, but that's for the short term. But getting the energy moving is planning and doing a bit of daydreaming. What can I do? And that's where, when things starts falling into place, you will have that sigh of relief in the end here. Yeah, that's what I have for you at this time. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.